Hello everyone, I'm Ms. Rizine Macasarte from Citero Francisco Memorial National High School, and I am here to discuss about digitized PowerPoint presentation. So, what is digitized PowerPoint presentation? Digitized PowerPoint is the use of Microsoft Office PowerPoint presentation to create an interactive learning material. In this tutorial, I will also discuss how to add animation, trigger, adding audio, and converting PowerPoint to video. Before we proceed, let us first list down the things that we need for today's tutorial. First, we need a laptop with Microsoft Office PowerPoint presentation. And the version will do, and the latest one will be better. Second, we need pictures for backgrounds, characters, and icons. This will be used in the entire learning material. And then third, we need internet connection, but this is optional. As much as possible, we are going to make this learning material without the use of internet connection. So if you are now ready, let us now begin.
Let us now open our Microsoft Office PowerPoint presentation. And then let's select blank presentation. For the layout, we are going to use blank layout to make it easier for us to edit the contents in each slides. Now our first task is to set up the background. So in setting up the background, we have to click design and then format background. After clicking, we're going to have this. Then let us select picture or texture field. Under that, we have insert, click insert, and work offline. As mentioned earlier, we are going to do this interactive PowerPoint presentation without internet connection. If you have readily available pictures on your laptop, you can just select one and then click insert. Now, we are doing these steps to avoid the background from moving as we add different pictures later on. Now, if you notice in the right corner of your screen, there is a place wherein you can adjust the picture. So you can make it smaller or adjust it to fit in each of your slides. After adjusting, you can click apply to all to have the same background in all your presentations. That's it. We are done with the first task. Next step is to create interactive learning material. So what we need to do is to click insert and then select pictures, this device, and then select our character. In choosing the character, there are a few things that we need to remember. So first, we need to make sure that we have PNG file. If that's not a PNG file, then you can remove the background in the PowerPoint presentation itself under format. But it would be better if you have PNG file. Second, it should be clear, not pixelated. And then third and most important thing to remember is that the character's mouth should be open. That is to make it easier to edit it later on and to make the character move its mouth. For the second part, we are now going to duplicate the picture by just copy and pasting the picture on the same slide. So Ctrl C to copy it, Ctrl V to paste it. Now we already have two characters. Step 2 is to crop the second image, leaving only the lower lip. Okay? So we can click format and then crop or double click the picture. So just crop only the lower lip. And to make it easier, you can zoom it in. And make sure that we will only get the lower lip of the character. Step 3 is to rotate the image like this, and then right click, then click save as picture. Now let's save the picture as, let's say, lower lip, to make it easier to find later on. Okay. Upon saving, let us now proceed to step 4. Okay, let's click insert and then shapes. Under flowchart, we have flowchart delay. Let's just drag that in our presentation. Now if you already have this, right click once again and then click fill and then select picture. Then work offline. Now we just have to click the picture that we saved earlier, named lower lip, and then it will be inside the shape already. We can now remove the first picture or crop image that we did earlier. Now if you notice, there is a blue outline in our shape, so we have to remove that by going to format and then select shape outline and then choose no outline. So there we have it. We do not have any background anymore. So what we're going to do next is to rotate this once again, just like this, and then place that in the character itself. So we have to adjust the size of the lower lip to make it appear that it's part of the picture. Next, we can now insert animation. So let's click animation and then look for animation pane. You will be having this, okay? And then click on the lower lip add animation, and then select motion path. Under motion path, let us select down and then click OK. And it will look like this. So if you notice, the movement of the mouth is so low, so we have to adjust it. The green markings means the original place, and the red one is the destination. So we're just going to adjust the red markings to make it appear as if the character is actually talking. So this one is a very difficult task, and to make it easier, we can zoom it in to easily adjust the animation path. To check if the mouth of the character is already moving, you can click play from every now and then. And if you're satisfied with the movement of the lower lip, then we can now proceed to our next step. So our next step is to click on the black arrow down in the animation pane and then select timing. This is what it looks like. Now what we're going to do is we have to adjust the duration. So from 2 seconds, we're going to make it 1 second, which is fast. Under repeat, instead of none, we're going to make it at least 5. Let's make it 5 and see if this will work. Okay, then click OK. Now it will be previewed As you can see, the character seems like she's already talking, so that's already good. So we are done with our animation for the mouth of the character. Now, the character should have a dialogue, so the next step is to add a dialogue. So you can just click insert and then shape, then choose any speech bubble that you prefer. In our background, we have Blackboard, so we can use that already as a place where we can put the dialogue on. So we just have to click once again insert and then click insert text. So just drag that to the place where you want your text to be, and then let's type the dialogue of our character. Let's just say that the dialogue of our character is, "Good day, teachers. Welcome to our webinar about digitized PowerPoint presentation." After typing, we can just resize it and change the color if you want. There we have it. We already have the dialogue. The next task that we're going to do is to add voice clip or audio clip. So for that, we need to click insert. In the right corner, we have audio, and you have two choices. Right? We have here audio on my PC or record audio. So if you do not have internet connection, as mentioned earlier, you can do this without Wi-Fi or internet. You can just click record audio and then click start. For instance, click OK and then start recording.
Good day, teachers. Welcome to our webinar about digitized PowerPoint presentation.
If you're done, you can listen to it and check if you're already satisfied.
Good day, teachers. Welcome to our webinar about digitized PowerPoint presentation.
You can also trim your audio by clicking playback and then trim audio. You're going to have this tab, so you can just adjust the green markings to where you will begin, and then the red one will be the end of the audio clip. Just click OK if you are already satisfied with the audio recording.
Good day, teachers. Welcome to our webinar about digitized PowerPoint presentation.
After which, to make sure that the icon, the sound icon, will not be visible, you can click playback and then click hide during show. So during presentation, this icon will not be visible. Now, if you don't want to use your own voice in your interactive material, once again, we can click audio and then select audio on my PC. Meaning, you can pre-record voice and get some audio clip or voice clip from other sources. So let's say that you're going to get online audio clip. So you can choose or open your Google and then type Note Vibes. Note Vibes is a free online text-to-speech converter. So you can convert your text to 157 natural sounding voices. Before, you can work on this website for free without creating another account, but upon the update, you will have to sign up using any of your accounts and then try it for free. However, there will be limitations, of course. Let's try to check what's in the Note Vibes. So let's try to listen to some of the audio recordings here. Examples of the audio recordings. Let's have English, David Mail.
Note Vibes is an online text-to-speech converter. It allows you to convert your text to natural-sounding voices with free MP3 download.
That is how it sounds like. And then let's try another one for female. Let's choose Lucy, English US, female.
Note Vibes is an online text-to-speech converter. It allows you to convert your text to natural-sounding voices with free MP3 download.
And that's how it's going to sound like. Now let's start using Note Vibes to create our own audio recording. So let's go back to top. And then if you do not have an account yet, you can sign up for free. You're not going to pay anything, but there will be limitations. In my case, since I already signed up, I'm just going to log into my cabinet, and then you're going to see this. This is what it's going to look like. So in here, you have here the text box, and then below that, you can select from 157 languages or accents. Then we also have here the convert button. Okay, so let's try to copy the text from our PowerPoint presentation and paste that in our dialog box. After which, let us select the voice that we're going to use. Let's try to choose Lucy or Kate. Okay, after choosing or selecting voice, let us now click convert. Process it for a couple of seconds and then it will go back to top. After doing so, you can just move down and see if it works. So if you notice, under listen MP3, we already have a 5-second audio. So let's try to listen.
Good day, teachers. Welcome to our webinar about digitized PowerPoint presentation.
If you're satisfied with that clip already, you can click download. After clicking download, if you notice, the audio will be the first few lines of your dialogues to make it easier to find the audio recording later on. So now let's go back to our PowerPoint presentation. Once again, click insert and then audio on my PC, since we already downloaded the audio from Note Vibes. So select the audio recording. Okay, so upon adding that, it is directly added in the animation pane. You can listen to that once again.
Good day, teachers. Welcome to our webinar about digitized PowerPoint presentation.
Okay. Now we can also remove the first one if you do not want the recorded one. You can now remove it and choose the audio from Note Vibes. Now, let us now sync the audio to the animation of our character. So let's now proceed to the animation pane once again. Let's click the audio. Do not forget to hide it during show. So click playback and then click hide during show. So to sync the opening of the mouth of the character in the audio, Let us now click the flowchart, black arrow down under the flowchart, and then select timing. Under timing, let us now make it faster from 1 second to 0.5 seconds, which is very fast. And then for the repeat, instead of 5, we're now going to make it 10. Okay, so it's automatically going to play. Now let's see if the voice and the movement is already synced.
Welcome to our webinar about digitized PowerPoint presentation.
There you go. So we already have an audio in our slide, and which is synced in the opening of the mouth of our character. Now, if you worry if you're going to repeat that long process again in the next slide, no need to worry about it. Okay? All you have to do is to copy this entire slide and paste that once again. Control C to copy, Control B to paste. Now we already have 2 slides. So if you notice, we have in the animation pane, we have the same animation and we have the same audio. So everything is already being copied. So no need to repeat the entire process. So in this part, I will now discuss our next task, and that is adding trigger. So we are just going to change the dialogue of the character first. The dialogue is, before we begin, will you please help me find my red notebook first? Okay, so that will be the scenario in the second slide. So after typing it, we are now going to move the character. I just want to move the character from that side to the other side. And do not forget to move the lip as well. You can also remove the audio that we inserted earlier because we have different dialogue in this part already. You can zoom in the picture to adjust the lips easily. Then zoom it out if you're done. Now, so we're going to make another audio recording of this dialogue. Let's go back to Note Vibes and then paste our text. Once again, let us choose or select the voice and then click convert. We'll go back to top. It means that we are done. If you notice, we have a 4-second audio already. Let's listen.
Before we begin, will you please help me find my red notebook first?
If you're satisfied, you can now download the audio recording. After that, let's go back to our PowerPoint presentation and then do the same process of adding audio. Click insert and then click audio on my PC. And then let's click the audio recording. Click playback and hide during show. Now let's click the black arrow down. Let's click start with previews so that the movement of the mouth and the audio will play at the same time. Okay. So let us check if the opening of the mouth is synced with our dialogue, so we can play it again in the animation pane. Click play from.
Before we start, will you please help me find my red notebook first?
If you notice, it is still moving, although the audio recording already stopped, so we have to adjust. Let's make it 8 and play it again.
Before we start, will you please help me find my red notebook first?
Okay, So I guess that one is better, and that's fine. So we already have 2 slides. Now the next thing is to add trigger. So the scenario here is that we are going to look for a notebook. So let's start. So let's click insert this device if you have readily available picture on your laptop, and then click insert. Now we already have this. If you notice, this is a PNG file once again without any background. If it has a background, you can change it by clicking the remove background under format. So if you click that, it will look like this. So the violet part will be the part which will not be included, so you can just adjust the coverage. And then if there are still remaining violet marks that you will need to include, you can click mark areas to keep, and then use the pen or the pencil to make the parts, to highlight the parts that you want to include. Okay, you can keep changes if you're done, but since this is a PNG file, we're not going to do that anymore. And we are just going to resize our image depending on what you wanted to, or what size would you like it to be. So I just want the notebook to be on top of the table together with the other books, just like this. Now after that, we're now going to add animations. So click animations, and then we wanted this to appear. We want this notebook to be here from the beginning of the presentation. So click the black arrow down and click start with previews. So this will appear together with everything on the slide, including the audio and the movement of the mouth. Now we are going to copy the image once again and make it and resize it to make it bigger, because we wanted the first one, picture number 14, to be triggered as we click it. And then let's add animation. So let's click picture 16 and then click timing. Under that we have triggers. Click start effect on, and then let's select the picture that we wanted to be triggered. So we have picture number 14, so click picture 14, then click OK. So in here, picture number 16 is already triggered to picture number 14. If you click 14, picture number 16 will appear. So let's just change the animation of picture number 16. We would like it to be like this. It will just appear just like that. Let's see if it's going to work. So if you notice, from a regular arrow it turned to be a hand, meaning this is already triggered. So upon clicking, okay, this will trigger the other picture, or picture number 16. So when you click that, the other one will appear. However, we do not want picture number 14 to stay there as picture number 16 appeared. So let's make another animation, add animation, then exit. We just want the picture to disappear, so let's click disappear and then click OK. Now we already have exit for picture number 14. Now we want this to start the same with the others, so let's click timing once again, and then let's add another trigger, start effect on click of. Then let's select picture number 14 as well, meaning as we click picture number 14, the second picture will appear, at the same time it will disappear. So there are two triggers in picture number 14 already. Now let's just click arrow down again and start with previews. So it will happen all at the same time. Let's try to find it. Let's try to see if it works. So again, let's click picture number 14. It disappeared at the same time. Picture number 16 appeared. There are two triggers in that one picture. So that's how you add trigger in your animation. So let's make another slide and we're done with adding trigger. I hope you understand how to do that. Okay. So we're just going to do the same. Copy the slide and then paste it once again. Paste another slide. You are also copying everything from that slide, including the animation and the audio recordings. Okay. So let's change the dialogue once again. Let's say thank you for helping me. That's it. Let's do the same process and create an audio recording. Let's open Notebibes once again and then paste. Copy the dialogue from the PowerPoint presentation. Paste it on the dialog box. There you go. And then choose the voice that we want to, which is Lucy. Then click convert. We'll go back to top and then let's check if the audio is already converted. We're done. Let's listen to it.
Thank you for helping me.
If you're satisfied, click download. Now let's go back to our presentation. Remove the other audio if there is. Then repeat the same step. Click insert, audio in my PC, and click the audio recording. So click arrow down, black arrow down, and then start with previews. Now let's try if this fits.
Thank you for helping me.
Okay, the mouth continues moving, so we have to adjust the timing by clicking the black arrow down. Click the timing. Instead of 10, we're going to change this to 3. Then click OK. Now let's go back to the top and then let's play and try to listen.
Thank you for helping me.
Okay, I guess the movement is already synced with the dialogue. And then let's just move the icon. And then do not forget to hide it during show under playback. And we're done. We already have 3 slides with animation, dialogues, and trigger. Now the last thing that we're going to do, or the last task that we're going to do, is to convert this PowerPoint presentation into video. So for that, let's click File and then click Save As. Choose the folder where you wanted it to be saved. Then let's change the file name. Let's have Digitized PPT. Then instead of PowerPoint presentation, let us select Windows Media Video. So there are several selections here. You can change that in different formats, but our goal here is to change that from PowerPoint to video. So let's select Windows Media Video. Then click Save. Okay, so it will load for a while, for a couple of minutes. Let's wait until the video is ready.
After loading, let us now find the file and play the video.
Good day, teachers. Welcome to our webinar about digitized PowerPoint presentation. Before we start, will you please help me find my red notebook first? Thank you for helping me.
If you notice, the trigger did not work because it will only appear upon clicking. So let's go back and edit the trigger. Let's click picture number 16 and black arrow down. Then timing. Instead of select effect on click, let's have animate as part of click sequence. Then click OK. So it will be previewed, and we're going to do that in picture number 14 as well. Timing, animate as part of click sequence, then OK. That's it. So let's click picture number 16 again, and then the black arrow down, and then start after previews so that the actions will happen or start after the dialogues. So now let us preview. So as you can see, right after the dialogue, the two images appeared, and that's not the aim, so we're going to move it a little just like this. And so with the red one, to give time for the students to find where the notebook is. So if the arrow is a solid black, it means you're moving it. If there is two black arrow, it means that you are extending the animation. Let's play it once again. After the dialogue, the notebooks or the second notebook will appear. So we only did those steps because we are going to convert this into video, and triggers do not work in videos. So since we are converting our PowerPoint into video and the trigger will not work in video, let's add additional details in our PowerPoint presentation. So let's insert and then shape and then click arrow. So this will help us in pointing the object that we are pointing to or emphasizing to in our video. So just drag and then rotate our shape, and then let's change the color for emphasis. So let's make it yellow, and then let's change the outline at the same time. Okay, so here we have the shape already. Now let us add an animation. So let's click on the animation and then add animation. Under that, let us choose motion paths. And then let's click diagonal down right. Then click OK. So we're just going to adjust the motion path. So in here, as mentioned before, green is the original location and then red is the destination. So let us just adjust the arrow until we are satisfied with it. And then if you want to play, you can just always click play from to view how it moves. So that's the movement of the arrow that we created. Now let's click the black arrow down and click start after previews. Okay, now let us change the position of the arrow. Let's move that under picture number 14, and then let's click black arrow down again to change the timing. So we just wanted to repeat that movement. So we have here the repeat, and then instead of none, let's select 3, and then let's click OK.
So it will be previewed automatically, and that is the exact movement of the arrow in our presentation. Now it seemed to be slow for me, so we can minimize the movement of the arrow by changing its position, or you can also go to your animation pane and then adjust the length of the animation. So it will look like this already. So it's faster, so it is more visible to the students. Now if you notice, the arrow did not disappear. So let's add another animation and then click exit, then click disappear. If you're done, click OK. So let's move the arrow, the animation of the arrow again, and then click start after previews. And then let's preview. So after the dialogue, there we go. Now, there's another problem in our presentation, because if you notice, the arrow was there since the beginning. So let's add animation again, and then let's click appear. So let's move that above the first animation of the arrow, which is under picture 14, and then click start with or after previews. So it will start after previews. So let's preview everything again. Alright, so everything disappeared. It's only the big notebook that is there. So that is what we are really looking for. So the next thing that we're going to do is, again, we're just going to save that by clicking file and then save as. Browse where you wanted to save your PowerPoint, and then change the file name. So once again, let's name the file as Digitized PPT 2, video 2, and then instead of PowerPoint presentation, let's click Windows Media Video or MPEG for MP4 file, and then save. So it will take for a couple of minutes depending on the length of your presentation. The longer your presentation, the longer the process.
Good day, teachers. Welcome to our webinar about digitized PowerPoint presentation. Before we start, will you please help me find my red notebook first? Thank you for helping me.
And that's how you create a digitized PowerPoint presentation and how you convert a PowerPoint into video.
That's it for today's tutorial. I hope that you learned a lot, and I hope that this will help you in teaching our learners in the new normal setup. Spread love and positivity amid this pandemic. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.